Hello. Welcome. Yeah, I don't got anything. We know you know what the drill is. We've been here for like 2 weeks at least. Hello, Shuri dude. Welcome and congrats on being first. Congrats on being the first to witness the shiny Eevee that I am about to get on this blessed April 28th of the year 2026. and it definitely won't be me hitting 13k and then we all go, well, that's not particularly surprising. Oh well, maybe next time. In parentheses, that's definitely what's going to happen. But it should happen today anyways because I really want it and it would be kind of cool and I really want it. Have you ever thought about that? The game can detect what I want and therefore will not give it to me. Don't you know? Desire sensor. It's real. It can detect my fear. It can detect how much I want this goddamn Eevee. I even did a whole, like, 1,000-ish resets over the weekend. Which, I mean, all things considered isn't, like, that high of a number. But good riddance! You take a little gander at the big number on the bottom of the screen, and you're like, my goodness. That's a fairly large number. Better some RNG than no RNG? What is... Yeah. Like, better that it's not locked than locked, sure. But if it wasn't locked, then I would have been doing something else, and I might have already gotten it already. 'Tis the nature of luck. And what if my luck is just bad? No. My luck is, it's either good or bad. Call me Nagito Komaeda, the way we got the same type of luck. It's either really good or it's not. It can't be normal. And you may say, "Oh, that's just confirmation bias." Yes, it is. And I didn't ask. What's important is that we get the shiny Eevee today, and I go, wow, you couldn't have showed up when I was watching any of those shows, and I would have had an easy name for this goddamn Eevee. Although, if I do get it while the fire owl is on the screen, there is a high percentage that it will be named after that fuck-ass owl. Which, fun fact. So the fuck-ass owl, its name is like Bobo. Depending on how you want to pronounce it, it's like B-O-H. B-O-H, but how would you say that? Anyway, point is, there's 2 Kirby enemies named that. Did the owl get bigger from last time? I don't think so. Maybe you just weren't paying attention. I mean, hold on. Hold. It's this one. Ah! Help! Yes, it did. I just made it very slightly bigger. The owl's gonna fucking get the Eevee as soon as it shows up. Maybe that's why the Eevee isn't showing up. I was hoping that the owl was a threatening presence and the Eevee's like, "Ah, shit. The owl's gonna get me. I better be shiny so I can be safe. And I won't be deleted from the timeline." Maybe I'm just scaring it. But don't worry. I have a other big bird in my my inventory. The big bird that I have will protect it from the other big bird. Or maybe the birds are in an alliance and there's like bird yowie going on, which, you know what? Good for them. Good for them. Why shouldn't that be the case, huh? God, the owl looks so fucking stupid. Whoever made this sprite, whoever made that owl sprites, I love you. They look so dumb. evil, evil, evil ass grin. He's gonna get me. Wait, 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 wait. Maybe that's what the owl is aiming for. It's aiming for me. Oh no, help! And then I get snatched off. I'm being carried off into the distance. You see me flailing around. Help! Help me! Nobody's helping me. You're like, what the fuck is that? I've seen too many clips of various animals getting carried away by various birds right as they've been released. No! But I am thinking of, I don't know if it's like a rabbit or something. But it's snow, and then you see a bird just whoosh, and you just see the imprint of the bird in the snow. Oh, that poor creature. But you know what? A bird's gotta eat. I can't blame a bird for wanting to eat. You don't blame the bear for standing at the top of the waterfall waiting for the salmon to jump in its mouth. Why should I blame the bird for taking the bunny off of the ground? Unfortunately, shit happens. And yeah, we're gonna be, most people, I assume, are gonna be biased towards the little bunny because it's cuter than the bear, but I raised to you 2 points. One, oh wait, no, the bird, sorry. I was gonna say bears are cute, but one, birds are cute. Second of all, why does it being cute make it matter more, huh? Exactly. It only matters more if I care about it more, okay? I'm the authority on it. And I say the bear get to stand on top of the waterfall catching the salmon. I bit my Joy-Con. Birds are cute? No. Okay, but I raised to you this. You're wrong. I disagree. I look outside and I see a little cardinal perching on one of the bushes, and I go, "Wow, what an excellent bird. I love birds. Yay, birds." This is why you're going to 34K. This is why you're going to 34K, all right? If I go to 34K, I'm wishing that luck upon you. It only matters if I can cook it. You can cook anything if you put your heart to it. You can cook up a rock. You can cook up some macroplastics. You can cook up a Tesla coil. Is hi bug. I mean, wow, showing up just to wish ill upon me. SMH my freaking head. I'm gonna get the eevee today, and then yeah, and then I have a shiny eevee at not 34K. That's all. But how does it taste? Who cares how it tastes? You can cook it. This isn't an argument on whether you should. This is an argument on whether you can. If you wanted, you could be the bear standing in the waterfall eating the raw salmon. But you're not gonna. But you could. Wait. But that's a good group bonding activity. All right, we're going to go to a waterfall when it's salmon season. Whenever the heck they jump up the waterfalls, and we're gonna freaking get those fish. Sure shows them for trying to, I don't know, they're probably going somewhere to make more salmon. This is why the eevee doesn't want to show up. It's too scared of all the birds and the bears. That same bear only eats the skin and something else, huh? Huh? Like the egg sac? They don't eat the whole fish? Are they stupid? What do they do with the rest of it? I would simply eat the entire fish. You got a whole salmon in your gullet, and you're not gonna eat it all? I think they might be stupid. I say this, I don't even like fish in terms of eating. I don't eat fish. I would eat the whole fish were I a grizzly bear. I think those are the ones that do that. Like the really big ones. Grizzly bears are so big and scary, but I love them. If only they weren't enormous death machines. I would love to pet a grizzly bear. They look so big and fluffy. I'm sure they're kind at heart. Bears don't eat the whole fish. I think they toss the rest for wolves and other scavengers. Holy moly. So you're saying that they're good for the ecosystem. You know what? That's okay, because we like wolves as well. And it's sad how wolves have been so demonized. Grr. Wolves are good for the ecosystem, and they need to get those fucking deer. There need to be less deer and more wolves. But the enormous death machine is the best part. Yeah, I guess, but that means if I tried to give a big old grizzly bear like a little pat on the nose, it would probably maul me. And you know what? I don't know if this is like a hot take or anything. I don't want to be mauled by a bear. I think that would be kind of bad. I don't know. But they would probably be worse for the ecosystem if they were just giant, I don't know, what's like a really docile big animal? Like a giant whale. But like a blue whale, not like an orca. But what will the Ford F-150s eat if the wolves eat all the deer? They can starve. They can go to hell. I don't know what a Ford F-150 is other than a car. And I hate cars, so cars can go to hell. well, if we're going by Cars lore, then you know they can eat fuel and stuff. But then if we're taking into account Cars 2 into the lore, they can eat like non-fossil fuels. It's just a matter of making them. But also they have wasabi, so maybe they can eat normal food. It's a truck? Of course it's a fucking truck. Wait, is it like a big truck, or is it like one of those pickup trucks that's like a poser pickup truck? It's got like a really small bed and a really big, I don't know what it's called, but like the part of the car where you sit in it and you look at it drive by and it goes, and you point and look and you're like, that person has a small penis. Is it one of those? That's what trucks are to me. And a non-poser truck is one that actually has a substantial bed to part that you sit in ratio, because then you can actually use it like a truck. Not like a big fuck-ass car. Nope, big truck for doing work with. Okay, fine. It's a real truck. I don't know car lore, okay? I know more about Cars movie lore. I don't care for cars. I can't recognize a lot of the logos. I'll be honest, a lot of them are kind of the same to me. I can't tell the difference between how a lot of cars look. Ah, my Joy-Con fell over. See, I was wondering if it was also a deal where like people are like, oh, people who drive BMWs don't use their turn signals. If it was that type of deal. And I'm like, is that true? But it's also because I don't fucking know what a BMW looks like. I wouldn't know. Anyone who doesn't use their turn signals is a jackass. But it would make sense if you're buying a big old fancy status symbol car that you don't exactly care. Because you can just go, you could just pay for the health care or the car fixing if you get in a car crash. Easy. Then what are the types of cars where it's like, I don't know, like 10 p.m. on a Wednesday, and you hear in the distance, you hear meow, 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 because there's multiple cars. And you're like, why the fuck are people drag racing in the middle of nowhere? You're gonna get in a car crash. I still get confused between a Hyundai and a Honda because they both have H's. Don't worry. Me too. I couldn't tell the difference. As much as the car commercials would like to tell me that there's a lot of differences, I'm sure that there is. I don't believe them. Although the only car commercials I see these days are for Subaru. And isn't that the lesbian car? I don't know. Either way, they're all cars. So once again, back to the original thesis, cars go to hell. That's more different builds between different car brands that are popular with street racing. Grr. Or the mom van. Okay, see, but I could tell you what a van looks like, but that's only because they're bigger. I'd be like, okay, that's the kind of car that you would put, like, that you would be taking your kids to soccer practice in. Or I don't know, I don't remember what the context was, but being like, I think that van is for music equipment, and I'm like, why? Well, because they're boarding it up with like steel plates, which seems like it could be a safety hazard because you can't look out the rear window of your van. Like, I get it because you don't want them to steal your expensive instruments, but still. And then they had some type of sticker, and I'm like, all right, I trust you. I'm not a music knower, really. When I think of the mom van, I think of that one scene from Monsters University. I will be so honest. I've seen that movie once. I don't remember a single thing that happens in it. Is it even good? I mean, it couldn't have been that good if it's that unmemorable to me, but you also know who you're... Oh. So you could just say it's... And then I'm like, ah, okay, I see. But also the energy that gives me is that it's like turbo mid. Or like it has good elements but falls flat on execution or something like that. So it's just like I watched it. It was a use of my time. I wasn't bored per se, but like it wasn't good. 6 out of 10? I see. It has a genuinely good scene where Mike comes to terms with shit. What even happens in that movie other than the obvious? They go to school. Not the worst modern Disney sequel? Yeah, I bet. But also, I don't... Did Moana 2... Is that, like, out? Did that come out? Oh, Mike wants to be scary and he ain't. He a fucking dweeb. And you know what? Good for him. Dweeb rights. I'm like, what other modern Disney sequels exist? I don't know. See, because when you say modern, I don't think of, like, 2015 or later. I think of 2020 or later. I'm like, what even came out? I don't know. But would Frozen 2 count? I've not seen that either. What else has sequels? I haven't seen it. My niece watches nothing but Moana 1. I mean, that's... I don't remember a lot from Moana 1 either, but I imagine that's the better one. Moana kind of didn't do it for me. I'm like, it's fine. I think the crab that has the song that everyone likes, I think that song is really annoying and I don't like it. It's just, it's okay. It didn't make an impression on me. Shiny, I don't, you know what? Ironic that I don't care for the song considering the happenings going on. Something, something mid. True! I've been saying this! Moana's a fine movie. Yeah, I mean, if The Rock weren't in it, it would be better. Smile. That's what I remember. I think I remember the broad strokes. Like, they gotta return this stone to someone, and the someone was a volcano. And then the crab was just, like, there for funsies, and also The Rock is in it. And there is, like, an annoying animal sidekick. but I feel like you could say that about a lot of movies. Even not even just newer movies, like thinking of A Hunchback of Notre Dame. Annoying ass animal sidekicks. The gargoyles are annoying ass animal sidekicks, okay? With this has been a thing. It's like a 7. You're welcome should be considered one of the 7 deadly sins. You know what? I'm gonna agree with you, but like, is it really that bad? I just... My most recent context is, and it's not even recent, it's people like editing the picture to have like the red eyes or whatever, and instead of "you're welcome," it's like "delete this," and I'm like, okay, well this is really unfunny. It gives the same vibe as people in comment sections under like songs, especially saying, "Oh, we're doing X with this one," and with the talking person emoji, and maybe like the motion lines or a fire, and I'm like, all right, least funny person in the room detected. But there are worse things. Oh wait, you don't have for... Stop arguing over first. Fake internet points. It's okay. Oh yeah, wait, I didn't realize we've... Oh, yeah, wait, because I started at 12,480, I think? Okay, never mind. I've not done 100. Silly. Argument invalid. Go, my bird. Adding the bird to the layout was an S tier decision. I look at it and I look at its fuck ass devious grid, and it's so silly. Why did they name another Kirby enemy after it? Is the most recent thing that Disney's done is Wish? Yeah, I know. Trudging back to old... The old discussions of like 3 minutes ago. I can truly say that I have no care for what that company is doing. That fuck-ass company. All I want is for 2D animation to come back, sad face. Not even in a Disney sense, just in a general sense. Wish, never heard of that movie. Something, I wish that were me. Ha ha ha! Laugh. I've heard of it, and it was one of those things. It was like flavor of the week. Like low bar commentary people being like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen, and they all fucking say the same damn thing about it, and it's like, okay, I get it, you know. I don't exactly think that this thing is very good, but I also don't think that you have anything insightful to say, so I really don't care. Or people with, like, super exaggerated thumbnails, like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. This movie broke into my house in the middle of the night and strangled my wife. Hello? I don't think it did that, actually. You do not want to give everyone their wishes, though. But I would be so trustworthy with my wish. Except I actually would. Because here's the thing. If I had a wish and it could do literally anything, if you solve like one big world problem, all right, we're going basic bitch. I want world peace. All right, you're gonna solve a lot of other problems you're gonna solve a lot of other problems. In which case, coming back to you, improving your life. Exactly. If everyone does better, then you are included in everyone. True. Think about it. I don't know what that movie's about. Isn't there concept art where like the star turns into a twink or something? Lisa, that was very selfish of you. Who's Lisa? Wait, is this The Room? The Room. Wait, I've actually had a very, very, very art maxing... Oh, Simpsons, I see. Another show that I've watched like 2 episodes of. I've had an art maxing week so far. Yeah, I've watched maybe like 2 episodes of The Simpsons, and I didn't particularly care for either of them. One of them was like it was either the first or second Treehouse one, and then maybe something else, but I'm just like, I feel like this relies way too much on things that were topical at the time, which I was not there for. So this just, like, doesn't make any sense to me. This isn't funny. It's just kind of, like, there? And it was also an instance of, okay, you're dropping me, like, in season 2 or 3. What the fuck is going on? That's one... Pissing me off. Yeah, we're reheating old conversations. My favorite. I hate, oh, you gotta start in season 2. You gotta start in season 3 when it gets good. I can't fucking do that. I have my context hat and my context shirt, holding my context sign. Context? What's happening? One of the Treehouse of Horror references is where they get wishes from a monkey's paw. Oh... I feel like I've seen an image of that. I just know that there are, like, aliens and shit. And, like, I probably know more about the Simpsons hit and run game just from proxy than the show itself. I remember when the oh my god! You know what? I got a vendetta against the Simpsons movie. Because I remember when that shit came out, I think. Please tell me it actually came out... in the 2000s and not in like 99 when I wasn't alive. But everyone was doing the fucking Spider Pig. Does whatever a Spider Pig does. Shut the fuck up! I hate Spider Pig. That pig can go to hell. That's what happened after she wished for world peace. Well, maybe the monkey's paw just, like, shouldn't have done that. Huh? Why demonize... Why... You're so mean to that small child. SMH my damn head. Aliens came down and took over the Earth after world peace was made. That doesn't sound very peaceful to me. Ah! My counter. Help! Okay. Anyway, that was related to Hit and Run because don't the aliens appear in like the last level or something? And then the car jumps into the beam and then the speedrunner goes, ah, because they just got a world record or something. And I'm like, oh fuck. I'm scared. Help. That's my context for The Simpsons. Also, that one fuck-ass, God, what even is it? It's like a DVD thing. The one fuck-ass DVD case or whatever. The one that's like, made out of plastic and shaped like Homer's head. Oh my god, I think I remember that. And being like, why does this exist? This is stupid. Oh. And I think I remember watching someone talk about that. Not recently. But I think I remember it, and I made the connection of, oh my god, it's like when you get books of a series. It's always manga. And you line them up next to each other, and all of the spines are slightly misaligned. And you're like, why the fuck is this like this? Why did they do this? I hate this. Please. Why? Season 8 or something? I wanted to say it was season 5, but not a knower. Have they put that stupid Chungus show out of its misery yet? Have they taken it out behind the shed? I feel like I remember hearing that was gonna happen, to which I say good riddance. But has it actually happened yet? More so, not even in a like, I don't care for it, so I want it to end, but in a literally all I've heard about The Simpsons for like forever is like, oh my god, it's going downhill. It keeps going downhill. And I'm like, okay, so if it keeps going downhill and it keeps going downhill and it keeps going downhill, then at what point is the show more bad than good? Of course, I have to imagine that a decent part of that is, like, nostalgia goggles. Be like, oh, this was so much better when I was a kid or whatever. Even though I'm not sure you should be watching The Simpsons when you were a kid, but I don't know. But like, well, if it keeps getting worse and worse and worse, why are they making it? Why are you not sending it off on a high note so that everyone looks back at your series and goes, wow, this was such a good series from beginning asterisk to end, and you're gonna look back on it fondly, and you're not gonna look back on all the seasons of like slop, not slop, but like of degrading quality. I feel like only using slop in like a AI type reference, because all of that stuff is slop. And I don't think they use AI. I would imagine not, but I also don't know. I don't know that they're making The Simpsons. A few years ago, one of my friends was watching through It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, and I could have sworn that show was over, and I'm like, fuck you mean they're still making it? Yeah, I watched the new episode that came out like last week. What? They're still making that? This is just a SpongeBob situation, really? Okay. But like, I once again can't speak on it. I've not watched the newer stuff. Which is to say, I've not watched the stuff since I was like, I don't know, like 12. What was I saying? That like people agree, like, oh, like the first seasons are really good, and then it gets like really crude, gross out. Dare I almost say gore? Oh no, that's gore of my comfort character. But then they started to get better again. That was the consensus that I had gleaned. Show does really well, then it gets worse. Well, I mean, because at a certain point, you've like run your original premise dry, and then you're like, oh shit, well, what do we do with these characters? We've already done all like we've done all these grounded plots and stuff. So then I imagine you start to run into flanderization problems, and you also run into problems of, well, we just have to do fucking anything now because we need more content. It doesn't fucking matter. Bro gets a splinter and it grows into the size of his house. Huh? This is why I've started to watch shows that have good runs and short lengths. See, that's my whole philosophy in my brain of why I'm always a little tiny bit hesitant to start something that's not finished. Because I'm like, ugh. Well, A, am I gonna be waiting forever for for it to finish? But then it's like, is it just gonna run itself into the ground? Gravity Falls, Owl House. I've not watched the Owl House. Is it any good? All that I know is that there's bisexuals in it. So, like, it can't be that bad. What? Watch up. Look. It was on my radar. I just never watched it. That's all. And like it was a thing when I was like in high school, and like a couple of my friends who were younger than me really liked it, and I don't know, it never stuck to me. Maybe because this was in the same era as like, maybe not, but in my brain this is the same era as like the very tail end of Voltron, of She-Ra. There's something else that I'm forgetting. Oh, wait. Speaking of Voltron, does anyone remember Dragon Prince? Speaking of Turbo Mid. Anyways, for some reason, the Owl House to me is like She-Ra. And I also think that She-Ra's kind of mid, so maybe I was scared to watch mid. I'm sure it's good. I don't know what it was about She-Ra, but it was just kind of boring. I don't know. This is about the newer one with the lesbians. This is about the lesbian one. Over the Garden Wall. Wait, speaking of things that I haven't watched. Speaking of Turbo Mid, I'm watching. No, you're right. You're cooking. Hi everyone, welcome to Mid. We're looking for Eevee again. We're not gonna find it. I'm banned, aren't I? No. It's okay. You're allowed to be funny. Sometimes I like rage baiting, okay? And then sometimes the She-Ra thing is a case of I feel bad about not liking this thing because I feel like I should, but it's just like not clicking. It's just sliding off of my brain. It's not resonating with me a singular bit, and then you see all this fan art, and you see all these people talking about like, wow, this is really important to me. This means a lot to me, and it's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. Sad face. I'm like that really scuffed picture of like a little sad creature with tomatoes all over it. I'm that. I'm so sorry. I don't get it. I'm just a little guy. Gay Bowser? We haven't gotten Gay Bowser yet. As you can see from the fact that it's not shiny. But also, hi Juniper. Welcome. Man, I could have even launched into speaking of Turbo Mid, I finished Dun Dun Dun, but that would be absolute rage bait because I don't even believe it in my heart and soul. But that is speaking of things that aren't finished. Sorry, that would just be me lying. The only reason that I would say that is because the spoilers for season 2, the ending of the second season, right? The whole thing with like the kaiju and the giant robot, that shit just kind of felt like filler. I'm like, why is this the end? I genuinely do not care. Speaking of Turbo Mid, Flareon Truth Nuke, but it's so cute, so it's the best one. Wait, no, I could do it too. Speaking of Turbo Mid, Umbreon. Haha. Yeah, I don't know. It was just a pacing thing. Also, Sitting in the back of my mind, being like, grr. Being like, yeah, of course they add another girl to be a love interest. I'm like, okay, all right, sure. More like yawn to yawn. True. Not even true. I liked it. If you can make intentionally inflammatory statements, Bug, I can do the same, all right? I have no qualms in doing so. I don't want to make you. If I did, there would be two of you, and that would be terrible. Yeah, because you're so unique. Nobody else could be you. Sparkle emoji. Sparkle on. It's Tuesday. Or Wednesday, depending on your time zone. Wait, it is Sparkle on. It's Wednesday for some of y'all. Happy Sparkle on Wednesday. It's Wednesday for you? Yeah, I realize. But it's Tuesday for me. So for me, we're sparkling on a Tuesday. Sparkle emoji. Sparkle sound. It'd turn into Highlander really quick? Who? Okay, yeah, I don't know what this is. But I feel like I've seen it recently. It may have been in my friend's media server and I just saw it. Tuesday, trans girl. Tuesday, trans Gendar. Gengar is transgender. Every Gengar is trans? Okay, but of course every Gengar is trans because every Pokemon is trans. And also gay. If there are two of me, I'd make more Yuri. And the first thing that pops up into my head. All right, so I know where you'd fall on the hypothetical. If you met a clone of yourself, and you can extrapolate the rest of the context, what would you do? That's the rest of the context. It's not specific. All right. See, that's... Oh, wait. Oh, no. A clone? If I... All right. Okay. And see, I feel like my answer would be boring. It's like... Okay. If I met a clone of myself, I would realistically not do anything. Maybe I'm the clone. Either way, whichever us is the clone, you do whatever you want. I don't care. Just like, don't get into trouble and frame me. Otherwise, I don't care. A clone, I suspect he would be here to replace me. He would be right. Well, you just gotta replace your clone first. You can't get replaced if you're the one doing the replacing. Thinking. See, the problem is, I don't know how this would go down, because I would know it would get pretty gay, but it would also be like two tops furiously trying to outdo each other, get the dueling sword, so you would duel to the death. You watch, oh! Speaking of... No. See, I could hashtag my rage bait. Speaking of turbo mid. No. Contain yourself. Something that's just a movie that I've seen one time, and I feel like I would need to watch it multiple times to understand what was going on. You can't contain yourself? You have fun. Keep it semi-appropriate in the Twitch stream chat. I was crying last night because I couldn't be gay. Okay, but that's a tragedy. Can't be gay. What next? Can't go outside. Can't I was gonna say, can't put my stupid fucking plants in the ground. You know what? That's true. I can't. It's too cold. Grrr. Listen, if I met a clone of myself, depends if it's a good day. Fair enough. I just wanted to be homosexual. Sending gay thoughts and prayers. Pear. Actually sending you pears. Who cares about prayers? Unless you hate pears, in which case, I don't know. I don't even like pears that much. I would fuck one up right now, though. Blah. Wait, I didn't even realize we hit the 600 number. Yay! Wow! How the fuck is gay ass getting caught, bro? SMH my damn head. Seeing myself as a pretty woman is a mood that comes around every once in a while. Well, we're here's hoping it's more often. Anyway, back to drawing my gay-ass OCs, who I don't think... I can't fucking read! Who I don't think about kissing. No, not at all. Not me. Who said I make imaginary girlfriends? And I like shoot you a look. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about Why is gay ass getting caught? You're allowed to say gay ass. There better be no hand holding. You know what? If see, and that time it held gay ass, but not Nito ran woman. Oh, so now it's okay with women, but not with gay people? Oh my god, that is like so homophobic. What in the world? Homophobic automod. Anyway, if you wanna draw or write or even just like think really hard about your OCs holding hands or doing whatever the fuck they want, I don't care. Have fun. Who the only person imposing rules is you. Thought crimes are not real. Oh yeah, sorry. I'm fiddling with like a little articulated axolotl thingy, so you might hear it. Happy Lesbian Awareness Week, Yesterweek Day. Wait, really? I didn't know. Yay, lesbians! Happy Lesbian Awareness Week, Yesterweek Day. Woo! Oh, my OCs are a polycule of gay non-binary alien cat girls. It doesn't get much better than that. Compared to straight lesbians. See, you can't even say that to me because I'd be like, well, you know, if someone came up to me, I would just agree with them. I'd be like, all right, it's that's not my place to speculate about you. I don't have that energy. I would put on enormous nerd glasses. Well, if we want to go into technicalities, the differences in sexual attraction versus romantic attraction, you can do whatever the fuck you want. Who the hell am I to tell you what to do? I can only tell me what to do. And I'm not even that good at it. Wait, what if you're gender fluid and only attracted to one gender? Oh no. Time to reclaim hours lost because I tried saving fictional currency again! What'd you do though? And yeah, Toho. There's been a couple of Tohos. Whatever, go my Tohos. How have I not made a singular Toho me? How the hell am I spending my time drawing arcade floor patterns and I haven't made a singular Toho? Maybe it's because I can't decide on which one. There's too many Tohos. Referring to the characters as Tohos. Toholings. Just like just like how I've exclusively referred to HSR characters as HSRlings. The gay one? That doesn't narrow it down! To whose, what anime is this? Make Marissa and Alice and make them gay. Okay, but what if I wanted to make Yuka? Huh? What then? What if instead of making my favorite characters, I just make random ones? Like, I made Blanca from Animal Crossing, and I don't know why. Like, Blanca's cool. Not one of my faves. But she's there. She's a she, her, non-binary, because that's true to me. I like how you had to specify make them gay as if I wouldn't do that regardless also. Like, yeah, of course. Fork found in kitchen. I'm going to make my characters gay. Sunflower demon? Yeah! Is that my favorite Toho? Maybe. She's one of them. I have no reason for liking them specifically. I just think she's cool. I made a succubus and she got a crush on Kasane Toto. Good for her. I mean, I would too if I were a succubus. Feels accurate? Yeah, exactly. That's like saying if I were a lizard, I would spend my days sunbathing on a nice rock. Yeah, I bet I would. If I were a deer, I would busy myself eating everyone's favorite plants. Seems like a deer thing to do. If I were a me, I would not be getting shiny Eevee on this encounter. See? Seems like a very me thing to do. If I were a deer, here you go, kid. Deer teeth, huh? Help? What am I supposed to do with all these teeth? I already have way too much stuff. What? They don't pair well with my shark teeth. Oh, it's Gravity Falls. Oh! See, you can't expect me to remember quote. I remember broad story strokes. I watched it when I was like, I don't know, like 16 or something. I'm not a quote knower. Though to be fair, I don't remember quotes of most things. It's hard enough to remember the broad character strokes. Okay. Don't ask me to tell you the plot of my favorite things. I might not be able to tell you. Okay, but actually I do need something to do with all these shark teeth. I have a fair amount. Tell me the plot of your favorite thing. I'm waiting. Okay, but narrow down thing. What type of thing are we talking about? Yeah, I'm putting that responsibility on you so I don't have to decide. What of it? Eevee. Eevee, please be shiny today. It'd be really cool and epic. And you know what? Wee. All right, we're gonna gamble. I'm gonna put my water bottle directly in front of me. I wish I liked the color green. I can make a cute green alien. Lisai. Oh wait, I didn't even mention the other two things that I finished watching recently. Well, I guess finished watching is only applying to one of them. It took me like a year, but I finally watched like the last 5 episodes of Princess Tutu. Why did it take me so long? And it's funny because I can mark like the exact time when I was last watching it because I got my shiny Reshiram while watching it sometime last year, and I think that was in June. Anyway, that show is extremely peak. Current favorite thing, a gray-haired horse girl goes from hometown hero to national legend in racing. Horses detected. Easiest way to like the color green is to like bugs. See, you say that, but then it's like, okay, well, I like plants. But I still don't care for the color green very much, which is dumb because they're all green. But then if I add the little asterisk, the little addendum saying I don't like drawing with the color green, then it makes a little more sense. Obviously, I don't have a vendetta against seeing a color in real life. That would be a little silly. But I hate drawing with green. It's a common element in plants. Yeah, you got the freaking chlorophyll. You got the chloroplast. How else are they gonna do how else is every plant gonna do this fundamental process and they can call it photosynthesis? That's not how the guy say it. He says it like process. And you know what? That song's not even true. Not every plant can do photosynthesis. Some plants are parasitic. They get their energy by attaching themselves to plants that can photosynthesize and leeching off of them. You ever think about that? Why is it green? I don't fucking know. But plants hate the color green. They wait, plants are just like me for real. They hate the color green so much that they reject it off of their being, which is why they're all green. Because that's the color of light that they reflect. True. And the rest goes into photosynthesis and the crab cycle. I don't fucking remember. It's not actually the crab cycle, it's the Krebs cycle, but I call it the crab cycle because it's funnier. Whatever, go my crab. Snip, snip. Ah! I did take... I'm pretty sure I took our plants inside. Ooh, scary. Crab cycle, crab on, bike go by. Holy fucking shit. If only I were a crab on a bicycle. With my other crab friends also on bicycles. And then we're just having a gay old time being on bicycles, and then an evil and intimidating car shows up behind us and they try and run us off the road because cars hate bicycles so much. And then we're all on the side of the road and it's a big kerfuffle, and we try to flip off the driver, but we can't because we're crabs and we have crab claws, so we just snip aggressively at the driver, but the driver is long gone. This is so sad. Oh, to be a crab on a bicycle in a carless world. That is truly the thesis of today's stream. Cars go to hell. Now you can say hello to crab bicycle spray. Just one spray and wow, you're a crab. Holy shit, need to get me some of that. Although, to be crab or to be shrimp? You can pick which kind you want to be. Yeah. Crab. Nodding. I mean, everything's gonna be crab eventually. Horseshoe crab? I feel so bad for horseshoe crabs. It feels like whenever I go to the beach, I see at least one or two that have been washed up. Impossible question. We asked the heavy hitters here, okay? And I say you get to pick which one you want to be because I don't know all the types of crabs. I don't know all the types of shrimp. Have fun. Oh, like, well, there's blue crab. There's, spider crab. There's big crab. There's little crab. There's hermit crabs. Pistol shrimp are cool. They snap their claws and send out little supersonic waves to knock out fishies. Is that like a mantis shrimp? Are they similar? Either way, I feel like I would have to say shrimp. Shrimply, so that... because it's that shrimple. That's why. That's why. But crabs are so cool. I would feel like a fake East Coaster, though, if I didn't say crabs, though. But do I care? Not really. Would you fry rice? On occasion. I've been known to dabble. Much in the same vein that this apartment complex. Well, actually, I find it quite shrimple. Oh no. See, you Bug, you typed the obvious. You're telling me a shrimp fried this rice. Why, well, yes. Yes, I did. But I was thinking of you're telling me a gingerbread this man, so I thought you typed that. Based on what? I saw it in a dream. They want you to fry rice? Who does? The wok left. How do I fry rice if the wok left? Use a stupid Chungus pan. It doesn't work as well, but you can do it. So if the wok left has woks, why would you ever do anything different? The woks are so cool. They're so handy. Wood-fired pizza? How's it gonna get a job now in this fucking economy? Oh, brother. Don't worry, pizza. We can commiserate together. Don't ask what I had for dinner, though. You don't want to know. This is so freaked up. Ketchup on toast? Why are you saying things that are just fucked up? That is fucked up. Why would you do that? Why would you put ketchup on anything, though? I'm a ketchup hater. I'm also a tomato hater, generally. Oh, wait, that was an answer to the question. Oh, not quite. Ketchup hate is real, yeah, because it's disgusting. If ketchup didn't want me to hate it, then maybe it should try being good. Has it ever thought about that? No, it hasn't. It's an inanimate object. But such is a fucked up life where I'm a ketchup hater and I'm a mustard hater. Can't have anything. Mayo is simply better. I see. You know what? Actually, it is better because if you're asking me, see, you say naked chicken nuggets. However, I fully wholeheartedly agree with that. I prefer sauceless chicken nuggets. Anyways, if we're talking about fries though, mayo and fries is high key kind of goated. That's the only condiment that should be anywhere near a fry, except for basic bitch no sauce fries. I'm tired. I'm tired of this sauce on nuggets propaganda. I cannot stand behind mayo on fries. I feel like there's gonna be a difference depending on what mayo you get, obviously, and you're not using a ton. But just a little. I understand. I understand the vision. Because, like, what else are you... What, assuming gun to your head, you have to pick a sauce. What are you picking? Okay, wait, no. Lowering the gun so that I can clarify. Don't make up something that's super niche, okay? Okay, yeah. For Frenchy fries. It has to be like a broad category. Air? No. That doesn't count. That's cheating. But you see the dilemma. Just give me a dry French fry. I do not want to sog my fries. See, but if you have a good fry and you put a little bit of a sauce on it, you're eating the fry immediately, so it's not going to get soggy. Unless you're talking about the abomination to mankind known as steak fries. The really thick fries that are awful in every single way, and there's not a singular good way to have them. Rice, Japanese curry, fried onions, mayonnaise. Is this just like a general? Cheese? Okay, fair enough. Just tomato sauce? I think I would rather have the ketchup. Is that evil to say? Maybe just takoyaki? Isn't takoyaki octopus? You could put shitty cheese on fries and I feel like it would still be good. I'd accept it. I'm not eating French fries to be Remy Rat and Ratatouille having a culinary mind-blowing experience. I'm eating it because I want junk in my body, okay? I don't care. Gravy's pretty good. Okay, wait, no, you are kind of cooking with that. Takoyaki is octopus balls. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, wait. Is gravy different but based on where you are? Because to me, gravy is like thick sausage gravy that you put on a biscuit. Like a biscuit being the thick, like, southern US type biscuits. I'm thinking of that. Canadians know their shit. Oh, yeah, wait, duh, poutine. No, that makes sense. That's a different one. I want junk in my body eating plastic. You do you. Biscuit. I'm talking about the correct form of biscuits, alright? I just... So we're on the same page. Not the cookie kind. The type that you put cheese and spicy peppers on it and you eat it for breakfast. Something, and then I go, If only it was warm enough to plant my stupid fucking plants and we could have peppers. I can make biscuits with peppers in them. Huge. Except not huge because it's fucking cold. And I can't plant anything. And I'm sick and I'm tired. If plastic didn't want to be eaten, maybe it should be less chewable. Maybe it should be less tempting to chew on the Joy-Con, to chew on the remote, huh? You ever thought about that? Have you considered being less delicious? and insert picture. picture of the white guy pointing at himself. Me? Okay, in character answer, if you took a big old bite out of me, that would be polyfill or like beads. I think that would be pretty yucky. Out of character answer, that would be flesh. Oh, the Joy-Con. Well, you said you. How am I supposed to glean your intention? Wait, I'm offending you now. Huh? No, I'm just saying that there's two different answers. There's the in-character answer and the out-of-character answer. I think that, I mean, I'm sure that eating yes, the ethics of cannibalism, just like don't ignore it. I'm sure that most people would probably taste kind of the same. Unless you live drastically different, like would a person who's super duper athletic, like, I don't know, you run marathons on the regular, would they taste gamey? I don't understand what tasting gamey means other than athletic animals taste gamey or whatever, allegedly. Versus someone who isn't. But like would someone who did like Michael Phelps, that's the swimmer guy, yeah? Would eating Michael Phelps taste different from like a bodybuilder, specifically one who like uses steroids or something? Like the enormous type bodybuilders, would they taste different because they're different types of athletic? I don't know. Things you probably shouldn't think about that hard. Why? You can't ask about the concept of eating people, because I'll take it at face value. And then I write on screen with a big asterisk, I don't condone eating people, parentheses, unless they consent, in which case, I don't care. They'd probably taste a failure. I mean, they'd probably taste the same. See, but the thought process was like, well, because the muscles are gonna be, they're gonna be different. You're using them different. So because they grow different, would they be different? I don't know. Like, I don't know, what's a really strong animal? Like a beefy, strong animal. I don't know, like a tiger. Would a tiger taste, well, no, because they're different species. But like that versus like a deer. Because deer are also strong, but they're not strong in the same way as like a tiger. Yeah, a gorilla would probably be a better example, but I was thinking of pictures where like you wouldn't think of a tiger as being super beefy, but then you look at it and you're like, oh fuck. That thing is shredded. Help! Fat content is something to consider. Yeah, exactly. Which is why the comparison wasn't between like someone who's sedentary versus someone who runs marathons. It's a runner versus a bodybuilder. So similar-ish, but if we're going with like ox versus deer, they're different species. Of course they're gonna be different. That's a whole different animal. You can't really do that with a human people, because they're all human people. I can't imagine that across all of humankind there's any drastic genetic differences that would completely alter a flavor profile. Maybe there's a couple of people out there who are like extra tasty, but they'll never know. And it's probably for the best that they don't know. Eevee, can you like not show up as shiny now? Not while discussing the ethics of cannibalism. Not the ethics, the practicalities. Eevee's so scared. It's got an owl coming to get it. And there's cannibalism. This thing is running for its life. It's okay, little Eevee. You're not gonna get eaten. And then this is when there's a flashback to the conversation of what's the most edible Pokemon. And assuming that they wouldn't all just taste like flesh because they're animals in the canon universe. Discussions of Flareon tasting like a hearty stew. Don't tell it. You're not gonna get eaten. Top 10 famous last words. It's not... Wait. Last words. What's gonna happen to me? Help! They're gonna get me. I don't want to get gotten. I have so much stuff to do. I'm gonna get top surgery in a month. You can wait. By the way, insane that I'm saying that. What the fuck happened to the month of April? Disgusting. I hate April. When you're in a competition for the worst month of the year and your names are April and August. We should switch topics. Let's get me. Why are we getting me? What the heck did I do? All I do is have extremely good opinions on everything. And I've never been wrong about a single thing ever. I met a girl called April in April. I love her. Okay, well, maybe April isn't the worst. I just dislike the weather in the month of April. It's always some bullshit. They just throw anything. It rains all the time. It's too fucking cold. And then it's 90 degrees. And then it rains some more, and I just want to plant my plants, but no, I can't because it's too cold. And then August sucks because not only is it super hot, but it's so humid. Of course, depends on where you live, but for us, it gets so fucking humid, and I hate it. It's the worst. I've never been wrong about a single thing ever. If I was in a least correct statement competition and my opponent is me... What in the world? How could you say that? See, here's the pro tip to never being wrong about anything. If you're ever told like, oh, hey, you're wrong about this thing, you go, oh, shit, my bad, and then you edit your opinion in real time to be correct. True! It's really that simple. It works every single time. Could I say it because I could say it because competence with the English lexicon? Huh? Okay, yeah, it doesn't say components. I can't read. You asked how could I say that? Not exactly what I meant, but acceptable. Language is so fucked. You just make shit up and we all just agree collectively that things mean certain things. That's kind of swag, actually. Imagine if God wasn't cringe. Assuming the Bible lore is real. Yes. Okay. Wait, I think this is in the Bible. If I'm not, my bad. Imagine they weren't cringe and they let those silly little people build that silly little tower, and then we all shared a collective language and we could all understand each other. Wow. That would be so nifty. But instead they're like, grr, we hate you, go away. And then some people were at a very Chinese point in their life or whatever. Watch that not even be biblical. You know what? I don't care. I don't care about the Bible lore. I'll say it. The only part of the Bible lore that I care is the fact that in Beyblade, like the show about the spinning tops, they have Beyblade Moses or whatever parting the Red Sea with the Beyblade. And that's kind of swag. Because who did this? Who thought of this and put it in a show? That's awesome. What does that mean that the whole of the what would be the correct way to say this? I'm like, okay, well, the Christianity mythos, I guess, is all of that canon in Beyblade if Moses is real? Instead of taking animals onto the ark, did they take the different types of Beyblades? Maybe. That's why it's a ship. They needed boundaries for the tops to bounce around. Mofos will complain about autism and then lore dump about their Bible. Can't read. Lore dump about their Bible stories for a whole Sunday. SMH my head. Fair enough. If the vaccines will make your autism about your favorite book stronger, don't you want it? You silly goose. I was saying that mid-hiccup. Except isn't the Bible like actually like 18 different books? And it's just compiled into a big book? See, that's how little of the lore I know, alright? I'm not a knower. I can't say I particularly care, so it's always weird going to funerals and they get super into it and it's like, oh, haha, yeah. Okay. Click. The Bible is whatever parts of the Bible the church considers canon. Okay, that is true. But 2 big books? Okay, yeah. There's like the Old Testament and the New Testament, but isn't there like book of Genesis, there's like a Job. There's some other ones. Are they not books? So it's basically the Backrooms 2,000 years ago. Oh my god. So you're saying that if you get to the center of the back rooms, it's gonna be like the Garden of Eden, and that way we can go there and we can ask the snake if the fruit in the Garden of Eden was an apple or a pomegranate, or something else. Because argument, it's most commonly depicted as an apple. But it being a pomegranate would be cooler. Although the last time I ate a pomegranate, it tasted like nail polish remover, which may indicate that it was just like overripe. But to me, it means to me pomegranates taste like nail polish remover. So, girl, you're doing all that for a gross ass pomegranate. Ew. At least ask for like, I don't know, what's a really tasty fruit? At least ask for like a mango or something. Like a pineapple. Numbers, Revelations, Deuteronomy, Psalms. It's a lot. Oh my god. Numbers? Yeah, I bet they do. Persephone hearing about pomegranates. Me, I'm a tasty... Well, yes. Wait, no, you're gonna ethics of cannibalism. No, we're not eating you, bug. Nobody eat bug. Ignore the bird in the top corner. Talking about the type that grows on trees. And if you grow on a tree, then, the plant kind. I don't think you're a plant. You might be, though. Wait, it's gonna be strawberry season soon! Huge! Enormous! I hecking love strawberries. Okay, so I know the Greek lore changes a lot. Did she actually just eat like one pomegranate arrow and that's it? Girl. If you're gonna get trapped in the underworld forever for having a little snacky, that snacky better be worth it. You deserve better. Get that girl a 3-course meal. We gotta put in a little more work. Tied to the underworld. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, wait, why though? What did palms do? Other than taste like nail polish remover. Oh my god, that was a thing in my pre-surgery thingy. They say don't wear nail polish, which I thought was really weird. Why not? Like, okay, I trust you, but why? We don't know. Fair enough. Can't exactly ask. Anyone ever just gets sad about the Library of Alexandria? That's not entirely related. It's related in my brain. Anyone get really, really sad that I haven't found this shiny eevee yet and I'm subjecting you to look at me clicking buttons for hours all the while I just don't get the shiny eevee? That's crazy. Have I ever considered just like, I don't know, getting it? Am I stupid? Stop hiccuping. I'm glad it was burned down if you want to know the truth about it. Rah! How dare you? I'm glad that... See, I don't even have a response for that. I'm glad that you burned down, except that doesn't make sense. Unless... Torches being sent your way right now. It's gonna be a preventative wildfire type case though, where we're just burning away all the like the brush and stuff so that new stuff can grow. And so that if other wildfires happen, it doesn't explode out of control. Ah! Might actually hit 13k today. Oh no. Is this officially my longest 8192 hunt? It might be. Beep. Sorry, my bad. Longest so far. Nodding my head. That's what we're doing. Instead of looking for shinies, we're looking for the biggest number possible. I'm not anywhere near close to it. Yeah, California needs to get on with that. More controlled burns, more tree cutting to an acceptable tree per mile ratio. Well, see, I don't know about the tree cutting. I've just heard about controlled wildfires before. I'm like, you know what? I don't know enough about forests, and that makes sense to me, so I'll say sure. But outside of that, I'm trusting Smokey the Bear. Only you can prevent forest fires. Yes, sir. Well, that's definitely because if you, dumb bozo who's camping, accidentally start shit that's not controlled. You just did that for no reason. And nobody knows what to do. Too many trees equals more chances of tree diseases happening. Fair enough. See, my thought process will be, well, if you're constantly cutting down old growth, then it's going to take more time for the new growth to catch up with the old growth, so you're going to be left with a lot of young trees, which will probably be less sturdy than an older tree. But also because California was mentioning, I'm thinking about, like, the redwoods. I'm thinking about those big-ass trees. Less tree genetic diversity, also fair. So that way, if there's one tree virus... Wait, are there plant viruses? Tree sickness. It might not get all of them. Because they're wearing different pants. I want to see a redwood tree. Wait, are redwood trees the really tall ones or the really wide ones? Because there's like the redwoods and the sequoias. There's the really tall ones and the really, really wide ones. But they're both big. I want to see those big fuck-ass trees. Oh, to be a big fuck-ass tree. Why am I so yawn? Help! Plenty of ways plants can get sick. Okay, but it was more so in the sense of... I don't know how viruses as a thing work. Because if the cells of something that it's trying to infect are different, would it not work on this because it's a different type? I don't know. Something about, are we arguing if viruses are alive or not? Because you can argue either way. Either way, the coolest looking virus, or maybe, actually forget if it's a virus. Wait, no, it is the bacteriophage. It looked like a freaking alien. But yeah, of course there would be a virus for plants. If there's a virus for bacteria, it would make sense that there's a virus for plants. Poor plants. Plants are doing fine. You know what? It's so interesting how far we've come as a society from Mr. Beast team trees. Wasn't that a Mr. Beast thing? From to everyone rightfully hating on him. Good fucking riddance, methinks. If it was not a Mr. Beast thing, then, oops. My bad. That's tricky. Bacteria are alive and not viruses. I'm sure bacteria can be infected with viruses. No, I mean, yeah, that's literally what a bacteriophage is. It's a virus for bacteria. But see, this is because in like high school or whatever, when I was a fucking science nerd or whatever, there were like criterias for something to be alive, and it's like, okay, it has to grow, it has to get rid of waste or whatever. There's other things. It has to be able to reproduce somehow. And it's like, well, technically viruses can fit in all of these, depending on how you want to define what a virus functions as. In terms of, yeah, you get it. So you could make the argument. Yeah. My argument is, I argue for the one that you don't argue, so we're fighting about it. I have a plushie of that, of a bacteriophage somewhere. Definitely, oh my god. I got hit with a memory. Interesting having, I have no idea where I got these, like, plushies of viruses. Once again, don't know where I got them, and I don't remember any of them except for the HIV one. I have a plushie HIV somewhere, which, like, Just completely divorced from any who made this? Who made this and why do I have it? Oh, what a different time of having this and saying the name of it and having my mom be like, "All right, maybe like don't say that," and not getting it at all. Oh, I get it now. Why the fuck did I have that though? See, I understand making plushy organs because that's for when my mom needed to get gallbladder surgery, so we get her a plushy gallbladder. Duh. Also might be cool in, like, I don't know, like a science class. Like you do anatomy. Here's a cute little heart. Here's a cute little liver. Here's a cute little lymph nodes. I don't know if they do that. Your swaggy little endocrine system. That's some kind of science museum merchandise if I ever heard of one. Yeah. But I don't remember any of that. I just remember having them. See, I also had, I don't remember what it was, but it was like purple. And it kind of looked like an eel. Cause I want to say that it almost had like a fin on the back, and it was shiny. But I don't remember what it was called. I just remember the HIV one. Good grief. This means that I learned what that was before I knew what gay people were. That's so crazy. Mitochondria? No, it would have been like a bacteria or a virus. Either way, isn't the mitochondria shaped more like a bean? See, because of all this science shit, I can somewhat remember being like, all right, I'm pretty sure we had a project where we had to like draw the parts of the cell. And I feel like you would draw the mitochondria as like a bean with a bunch of squiggles in it. That's how I would draw it right now. Ooh, and you would draw, oh, I don't remember if it's the chlorophyll or the chloroplast. I want to say it's the chloroplast. You draw it like little, almost like red blood cells, like a donut, except not with like a hole in the middle, but there's still a dip. So a donut, but without the hole actually puncturing through to the other side. It's like a stack of those. Like a stack of donut coins. And they're green because it's a plant. That's how it was in the textbook? I bet. Old-ass textbooks, probably. So I wonder how accurate they are. So glad I don't have to worry about textbooks anymore. Now I just need to figure out what to do with all the ones that I've been saddled with. Yuck. Disgusting. Who wants free textbooks? For classes that you're most certainly not taking. Oh, wait. Y'all. This hunt has officially gone to 71 hours in like a minute. But what the heck? Oh, we're so over freaking odds. I'm actually kind of glad that I'm doing this hunt now instead of later. Because I didn't realize how much slower the soft resets would be in comparison to random encounters. Of course, not taking into account repel tricks or whatever, which will make things slower. Also, the bike might make encounters slower as well, which to me doesn't, well, it makes sense and it doesn't make sense. Because it can make sense and be like, oh, if you're like a little animal scurrying around the grass and you see someone like riding a bike, you're like, oh no, I don't want to get caught under that thing. So you're running away, so you get less encounters. But it could also be like, oh, you're on a bike, you're making more noise, you're attracting more attention. And either way, let's think about, okay. Well, either way, if you're running, you'd think that the animals would think something similar. Oh no, I don't want to get stepped on by this giant thing running at me. But no, it raises your encounter rate. Riddle me this. Answer this, scientists. They can't. Exactly. See, I really need to finish this hunt so I can take a break and like rest my hands. This sucks. And you may say, oh, you can just do that regardless. And I'm like, no. You don't understand. Sorry. I felt something on my ankle. And it was most certainly just like my pants falling down because of gravity, but it almost felt like an insect. It's you flushing animals out from hiding. Yeah. So why doesn't it work equally with so why is bike make encounter rate lower? Riddle me this. I'm so primed to be scared of things touching me that everything spooks me. Ever since that one time a few years ago, I felt a tick landing on my head. I'm perhaps a little too vigilant. Because crazy that I was able to tell, I ain't getting no Lyme disease, all right? I've known 2 people who've had Lyme disease in their life, and I ain't gonna be one of them. Yeah. So I was spooked from walking under trees for a little bit, and then it's like, okay, well, based on where I live, that's a little unrealistic to expect. So I'll just be careful. Oh, the call of frolicking in a field. But the fear of ticks. Which is stronger? And you may say just wear pants. And you know what? Fair enough. I would be doing that anyways. But it's still spooky. I would like for those critters to stay where they are. Do not hitch a ride upon me. I fear something very, very bad will befall you if you do that. Wait, I should clean up some seeds because I'm recalling to sometime last year where Daisy kept poking her nose in like bushes and stuff. And I think that there may have been some, like, dare I say, nest of ticks because she kept getting them on her face, kind of around the same spot. And I'm like, where the hell are you getting these? It's probably the same place. Stop that. This dumb dog. This dumb, foolish dog doesn't know that we just want to keep her from getting hurt, from getting sick, from eating something that's gonna make her sick. Oh, she's a little too eager to walk around our feet when cooking is happening. And of course, when it's onions, it's like, no, gotta goalie her away from the onions. No, Daisy, you're gonna die. Stop that. But she wants it so bad. And I think if this dog doesn't even like olives, this dog doesn't like cucumbers. I don't even think she likes carrots, which makes no sense. How the fuck are you gonna eat an onion? Which this is to say she did, unfortunately, get a tiny little itty-bitty piece of onion the other day and she was fine. But it's still like, no! Gotta cut down all the long grass. Okay, first of all, done. But second of all, I don't think it's the grass. I think they're somewhere in the bushes. I hate grass. Grass hater me. But unfortunately, I don't get any say in the matter. Oh no, 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 we have to have lawns. Boring, annoying, terrible, evil lawns. Instead of just having plants that normally grow here, we have ugly ass grass. Oh yeah, wait, that was in the thing with team trees, growing trees to help the earth. They're way better oxygenators than trees, like algae, right? Of course, trees are still good. But they're not the end-all be-all. It's like thinking bees are the only pollinators. That's simply... That's a silly notion, and it's not true. The Bee Movie lied to you. Chickens enjoy grass. See, when I'm talking about grasses, I mean like you're rolling through suburbia and everyone has like the super low-cut green grass. Because of course there are grasses that, there are native grasses that just grow wherever. I'm talking about lawn. Evil. Bring back moss. Big bee propaganda. Okay, but there is bee propaganda. Thinking bees are the pollinator, the only pollinator that exists. And also, see, fuck the Bee Movie because Jerry Seinfeld is a gross, gross, gross man. But it's the fact that bees don't do any work because they've sued humanity and they have a honey surplus or whatever. And then everything dies, like, immediately. Not even just in, like, the US. Like, worldwide crisis. All the plants are dying. What the fuck do you mean, bro? This is silly. See, the sleep reason to hate Seinfeld is because it's unfunny, and then in parentheses, I've not seen Seinfeld, so I don't have any take. The base take is to hate Seinfeld because the guy sucks. True. And then the bespoke reason is because all sitcoms are unfunny. We reached 12,800. I probably shouldn't, but I want to see 13K today. Unfortunately, I have seen it. It can be funny. I mean, there's the reason why it's like the progenitor of the... would it be wrong to call it the progenitor of the modern sitcom? Either way, I say that to mean a lot of things... From my understanding, a lot of things that people are like, oh yeah, this isn't very funny anymore. And it's like, yeah, well, that's because it originated here. Everyone else just copied it. So it looks dull in comparison, right? But then you can argue, okay, well, you may have laid the groundwork, but the other people have put in the effort to refine it. I don't know, you could argue whatever you want. At the end of the day, I've still not seen Seinfeld, and I won't. Because I don't care. Ah. If it's so funny, then why have I never seen any clip compilations from it, huh? Why is it only, like, Family Guy moments or whatever, not Seinfeld best moments? Huh? Riddle me this. But I also just don't... I don't watch a lot of shows. And especially, I don't watch a lot of funny shows. Because I don't find them funny. Because I'm a killjoy and I hate fun. True. This is the 4th battle with that rhino I hate in a row. What rhino do you hate? Sorry to hear that. eevee. Rhinos are so cool. Rhinos are kind of scary, though. But what's scarier, a rhino or a hippo? Thinking. Do I go to 13K because satisfying, or do I not? To sleep sooner. It'll take about an hour. Do I get up and put my phone to sleep? Thinking. I hope I get a Sandshrew. They released Sandshrew in Pokemon Sleep and I want one. I just think it's cute. Why the hell is Sandshrew a version exclusive in this game? By the way, version exclusive in the one that I don't have. So, you know, that's kind of cool. Both will kill you. Exactly. At least the rhino has the decency to have a horn of some value. Hey, that's not very nice. Rhino poaching is bad. I mean, hippo poaching is also bad. Poaching is bad. I was gonna say, well, you're either gonna get fucking gored by a rhinoceros ramming into you, or you're gonna get chomped to death by a hippo. Or, honestly, they can probably just step on you, and you're gonna explode. They're very they're similar to me, mostly because they're big. I feel like they're mostly gray. They kind of have a similar shape, like they walk on all fours. It's just that one chills in the water, and one's got a big old horn. And neither of them have a shiny Eevee, because that thing does not exist in this game. If rhinos are so cool, then why am I not in the Safari Zone shiny hunting Rhyhorn? Think about it. My ass is not gonna get to the Safari Zone by July at this rate. This sucks. Unless Nidoran and Growlithe are both really nice to me. Mostly this is about Nidoran. I'm Nido running to the Safari Zone. I'm Nido running to get this shiny Eevee already. Why must the shuffle do this? Perhaps we'll just be stuck with this Eevee forever. That is statistically improbable. We're not going to be here forever. I've said that I'll call it at 80K. I might, if we get to, like, I don't know, if we get to like triple over odds, I might take a break and do Growlithe. But we'll see. Something statistics. Ads. I hate advertisements. Although, because we're out of tax season, no more TurboTax ads. I don't want no TurboTax singing at me. Leave me alone. I hate TurboTax. Hold. I want to do some looky. I can't type. Calculator. The eevee will shine eventually. I'm just rolling a dice every single time I pick one up with 8,192 sides. Again, the same encounter, 1 red horn and 2 king mice for the 5th time. Is this Etrian Odyssey related? Eight, 1, 9, 2. Let's just type in 13,000. Okay, so by the time we hit 13,000, it seems that there will have been a 79.5% chance that I will have seen it. We can round it up to 80. So we're getting into the 20%, which is still not unlikely, but not likely. Wow. I hate being so yawn. I think I got a cut on my hand. It feels so sting. What did I do? Why does it hurt? That along with, so I had a bruise on my leg, and I'm like, okay, well, that's probably from doing my shot, because it kind of hurt doing it last week. But then I got another mystery bruise, like, kind of close to it, and I think, where the fuck did this come from? Why am I getting mystery injuries? Stop it. This is not the time. Am I not supposed to be young and spry and limber or whatever? Am I not supposed to be getting the shiny eevee? Am I stupid? And because my hands and my wrist hurt, I can't draw. I can't really write. Because that involved typey on the keyboard. Rah! On my leg. We're getting to 13K tonight. I'm committed. Wait, I didn't even mention the last thing that I watched this week. I watched 3 whole things, but this one was a movie. And let me just say, movies from like the 80s have a unique way of pissing me off because they're so of the 80s. At least I think it was from the 80s. It was Death Becomes Her. I hate movies. I hate watching movies, and it's like, wow, this is really interesting, but also this high-key feels like it hates women. Interesting. It high-key feels like having children propaganda. Interesting. Why are we defending this bozo-ass man who pushed his wife down the stairs? Look, no matter how much you hate your wife, you shouldn't push anyone down the stairs. Even if you hate them. Like, okay, this guy's totally on board with killing his wife. But at the end, I'm just supposed to be like, oh, you know, it was those dastardly women and their wily charms. corrupting this pure man into doing evil when he's a good man at heart. Shaking my head. It takes two people to leave your fiance and get married to the other one. His ass is the one that did that. And I'm supposed to feel bad for him? He chose to leave his wife. I'm not gonna feel bad that he's in a loveless marriage after leaving the woman that he actually loved because he was attracted to this other woman. Like, that sounds like loser behavior, actually. They should have buried his ass in Death Valley, but no. It could have been about, oh, wow, we have something to say about how women especially feel, I don't know what the right word is, but like, especially targeted by aging, or like society treats aging women so much worse than aging men because beauty is supposed to be so much more important. So a woman losing her beauty, and asterisk, streamer does not believe this. So when when a woman stops being beautiful, she loses all of her value. And it's like, okay, there's something that you can do with this thought. And then they just like don't. Because the women are the evil ones. And like they're not great. But like, this guy sucks. I hate the 80s. I'm so glad that Stranger Things is over. For that reason. I'm not sure if Stranger Things was the catalyst or it was just like a sign of the times thing. Enough with the 80s nostalgia. What are we nostalgic over? The misogyny? Okay. Oh my god, no. And then at the end of the movie, oh, this man, he will stay young forever through his children. It's the fact that he didn't just have one child or like two child. He had 6 children. And of course you can have 6 children should you want. But it definitely feels very like the scriptwriter is trying to tell me something. It's trying to tell me to have as much children as possible. It feels very Christian coded, you know? I don't know what sect of Christianity. The misogyny, I just came back. I was talking about a movie that I watched over the weekend. I watched Death Becomes Her. And I'm like, damn. This feels high-key misogynistic, but okay. I love evil women. But they wanted me to like that fuck-ass man too much. And I don't like him. I hate him. I wish he hit the ground and went splat instead of falling into that pool. You can't blame all the bad things that happen in your life on the women in your life. You have to take agency for yourself at some point. Why the whole idea of like a home wrecker is really stupid. Because it actually... Who the fuck do you think that they're cheating on you with? Another person, you silly goose. Either way, don't... The lesson of today is that cars go to hell. Don't leave your fiance for a woman you just met. It's gonna end poorly. And I'm not gonna feel bad when your marriage is loveless. And don't push your wife down the stairs. 3 important lessons. Especially the don't push your wife down the stairs. Don't push anyone down the stairs. I did have a very vivid recollection. Oh my god, wait, no. If I say this is spoilers for Omori, Is that... Oh no. I had a very vivid recollection of I don't know if it was a Vine, but the pizza here. And then you flash to that one scene from Omori. I should replay that game. Soul-crushing experience. What an okay, Omori spoiler territory. Is this even still applicable? I warned you about those stairs, bro. I told you, dog. That's a different thing. Is it actually a thing that, like, because people say it, most Omori fans have not played the game. Is this true? Surely not. Either way, it was a very interesting experience I went through because I played the game not knowing anything about it, but kind of being guided based on achievements. So I did the route that you're probably gonna do second first. The not talking to anyone route. Which I may say, I think is the objectively correct decision to do first. Because the thought of doing the game and having the the true ending or whatever, and then going back and doing the fucking depressing ass don't talk to anyone ending. Like, damn, that just sucks. Not too interested in Omori. SMH my damn head. But yeah, funny how I stumbled upon my interpretation. The optimal way to experience the story. You do the bad end, and then you do the good end. You do the one where you see the most about... See, I don't remember what the dream world was called. But, like, you see that. And it's so fun, because that's where, like, like a boss rush, the super bosses are. And like, yeah, of course it's gonna have the most amount of like the gamey mechanics, because that's the whole thing about the dream world, is that in the narrative of the game, it is not real. Oh no. I was gonna say the bad... There's multiple bad endings. Because you get to the like the normal end. Oh no, Basil took your eye out. You're in the hospital, and it ends on actually telling the group what happened to... God, is her name Mari? I keep wanting to say it's Marin, even though I know it's not Marin. That's that other girl from that dress-up one. And like, yeah, it ties together the game's themes about forgiveness, right? Because the whole thing is the process of Sunny forgiving himself for what happened with Mari. Yes? And extending that outward. And then you go back and do the route where you don't ever talk to anyone, and it's like, okay, this feels so antithetical about what the game's narrative is actually trying to say. It's so funny that you're probably going to see it second. That's what I was trying to say. So thank you, me, for being somewhat wary of achievements. Smile. I'm just a little ferret walking through this silly little world. Help. My stupid little paws hurt. I just want to find an eevee. Eevee will be shiny today. Even though, I love losing 50-50 so much. Okay, actually, I want to know what the number is that I'll get to. Yeah, and then I accidentally reset over it. Where it's like a 99% chance I will have found it. Okay. I love this slidey scale. Okay, so at about 19,000 is when there's a 90% chance I should have seen it. What about 99? Oh dear. That is kind of in the 34K territory. It's like 36K. I wonder if that was on purpose. Surely not, though. Look, it's hard to drag the little scale thing on my tiny little phone. It's at 98.7 at 35,575. So I'm doing a little guesstimation. A little vibes-based rounding. Oh, and to be 99.9 is 56,585. Well, it's okay because I'm only going to go to 34K max, so that's not going to happen. But none of this matters at all. None of these theoretical numbers matter because I'm just going to get it today. Right? We all agree. I'm gonna get it, and we're all gonna go, wow! Now you can actually play the game. That's so cool. I'm so happy for you. Oh my god. I checked something. Why in the world? Okay, I don't know who, like, published this game. The gacha neverness to everness. Who the fuck named that game? What a stupid fucking name. First of all, it abbreviates to NTE, and you're talking about gacha fans. The most cringe-ass annoying people ever. People are gonna call it NTR. Neverness to everness. Be so fucking for real. What a stupid-ass name. There was another gacha that I kept getting ads for recently, and I'm like, low genuinely, this just kind of looks like Star Rail at home. Like, the style, the fonts that they're using, it's giving Star Rail. I'm thinking, I'm curious. Like, these NPCs, not to... slightly giving Genshin. Neverness to everness. Stupid ass name. I'm definitely gonna call it NTR whenever I see it, which will be never because neverness. I do remember hearing things about... Wait, was this the one with the AI concept designs, or was that a different one? It may have been a different one. I don't know. All of them, so many of them have stupid fucking names. Poor Tribe 9. Sorry, I'm distracted. No. Now I'm trying to think of the one that was that had the concept AI art, which, to be fair, in this day and age, if we're talking about gacha, it's probably a lot of them. If you want to make maximum money, why would you pay money to hire artists to come up with designs when you can just, like, I don't know, dare I say, use AI to scrape porn sites to see what the most popular character tropes are and make them. Good riddance, Tribe 9. No! I say that having not touched it at all. I just think it's funny, sad that it lasted for like 9 months. Like, that's so sad. By sad, I mean pathetic. Like, I'm not sad about it. Well, I'm sad for, like, the people who put all that time into developing it, only for it to be fucking shot in the knees, basically as soon as it launched. But what the heck? There's nothing I find funnier than a disastrous gacha game launch. They're just so funny. And it's almost even funnier when people keep playing it. Oh. Wait, no, what? It's like some MMO thing. What is it called? I want to say it came out in like 2022 internationally. I do this every time, but what if, just like, what if it's this one? It isn't, but it won't be. Don't worry, it won't be. But also, hi. Why would they call their game NTR? Is it weebish that people call their kink NTR and they don't just call it like cuckoldry? Do people do it to say to avoid saying that they're cucks? Probably. I hate this fucking playlist. It should just shuffle correctly. I should just get my shiny Eevee, so I have to say something extremely out of pocket, and then I get a shiny. SMH. Blah. Oh wait, a cuck is a cuck in any words? See, that's what I'm saying. Earlier today I was watching someone shiny hunting around 200 resets where they were nicknaming it every time I realized their game wasn't resetting properly. Is my game resetting properly? Which one were they playing? See, I've considered that. But I always think it's a confirmation bias thing. Because I'll be like, oh, I've seen a lot of, like, I don't know, like, calm and gentle and modest Eevee. But then it's like, well, am I only just paying attention when I see those ones? Probably. And also, it's rolling a different nature every time. Of course you're gonna get dupes. They were trying to get a shiny Chikorita. Just noticed that they kept getting the same nature in a row, and I saw it like 4 times in a row. What game? That's really... Wait. See, because when... Would we roll back all the attempts? No. No, because when I was hunting the odd egg in Crystal Virtual Console for specifically either Pichu or Magby, I kept noticing that I would like keep getting shiny Tyrogue and I don't know, like Cleffa or something and Smoochum. And I'm like, this feels weird. Like, why am I getting so many Tyrogue when this thing is a 1% and I keep getting the same thing and I haven't seen a single Magby, which is a 2%, or the other 1%, which is Pichu. Anyway, the reason why I was asking is because I did a little bit of looking, and I'm not even sure that this is true. Also, next encounter will be 12,900, yippee. Is that maybe in the Virtual Console, if you do like the touchscreen thing to boot your game to the title screen, some people were saying that it sets the RNG to your game back to what it was when you first opened the game, which would explain why if I'm mashing the A button to claim the odd egg, I keep getting the same things. And of course, it could also be confirmation bias, because as soon as I did like actual soft resets, or maybe a hard reset, I don't remember, to be honest, I got the Magby in like 3 encounters. And I'm like, oh, interesting. Yeah, anyway, I have no idea why that would be the case for Soul Silver or Heart Gold. Thing is that they were fully soft resetting. I think they were just making new save states, I think. Okay, see, that would have been my follow-up question, is if this is like hardware or emulation. Because I'm not sure how that would change it. If your emulator would do the thing that I just said, if it would actually soft reset it, or if it would revert your game state to what it was when you first opened the game. So kind of like making it behave like Emerald, funnily enough. But I don't know. And I'm not even sure that Crystal works like that. But I was like, wow, it's a really good thing that I saw this before I got to Celebi. Because if I did that and I went to like 50k for that before realizing, I would have been mad. I only got it slightly over odds. That was still the coolest moment to get a shiny ever. Slay. Once they realized they didn't know how to do it correctly, they just started playing Fortnite, which I find really funny. Oh dear. Yeah, I have no idea how the heck you would... Well, I was gonna say, I have no idea how you would reset on emulator, but then it's like, well, actually, the soft reset is baked into the game and not the hardware, yeah? Because that's why you can do soft resets on this game. You just need to press the correct buttons. Because the Switch doesn't have a soft reset. Fire Red, Leaf Green have soft resets. So yeah, I don't know. That's not my wheelhouse. I fear I don't know a ton about emulation. I just know about looking at Eevee that aren't shiny. True! Nodding my head, nodding my head. We're shiny hunting, not shiny finding. Okay, but you are reminding me of, in my brain, the theoretical worst... the worst thing that could happen in... Oh, if you were like trying to shiny hunt an emerald, like you're trying to shiny hunt a starter, and you somehow you input everything on the first frame possible, and you just barely hit the frame to get the shiny, like Poochyena or Zigzagoon or whatever the hell. So, but because it's on the first frame possible for everything, you're like, wow, early shiny frame. Yeah, a little too early, and you can't get the starter, which would be a little sad. Wait, I kill it and mount it on the wall when I'm done? No! We're not killing the Eevee. It's going to be so strong. And over-leveled. It's gonna be my Quirk-Chungus little Flareon. When I get it. Wait, no, it's that one Fairly Odd Parents bit. This is where I would put my shiny Flareon if I fucking had it. If you miss the Eevee, you need to boot up like Fortnite or Balatro immediately after. What if I said that I had neither of those? I'll boot up Tomodachi Life. What the heck are you gonna do on water routes? Bird. Whatever, go my bird. Ignore all the overlapping weaknesses in my team. It's not important. We have a ton of weaknesses to rock. We have a ton of weaknesses to ground. We have a ton of weaknesses to ice. What are you gonna do against Lorelei, the humble Arcanine? Go my bite. I'm going to be over-leveled and I am going to click Rock Tomb on my Rhydon. The humble Water Ice. The humble, I'm still stronger than a cloister. The humble 50 revives in my bag. That's the real answer. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Exactly, exactly. It's not important. The humble 100 hyper potions and revives in my bag. We're not doing none of that. Oh, I'll make sure I'm under-leveled and I won't use any healing items in battle. That's not what this shit is about. I will use as many as I need to. The humble amulet coin. Exactly. The humble mega punch. You get it. The humble Venomoth might actually be kind of decent because I'm pretty sure it can learn Psychic, which is at least neutral. What if you did all of this just to realize you were playing on Leaf Green instead of Fire Red? Well, that would be a little silly. First of all, that would have been crazy because what do you mean I accidentally bought the wrong game? Second of all, I could still get Nidoran Male. It would just have to be in the Safari Zone. And then instead of Arcanine, I don't know. See, like, I could do Sandslash. I would probably do Dragonite. But I could do Sandslash. I could do Starmie. See, Starmie because the shiniest swag. Dragonite because I like Dragonite. Sandslash for funsies. The humble Vera scurried back to a Pokemon Center, protecting the injured Pokemon from further harm. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. But also do consider that my Pidgeot is extremely overleveled. If it keeps being extremely overleveled, I don't think it'll be an issue. I can just click the fly button. Doesn't matter that Pidgeot isn't very strong if it's like 20 levels higher than everything else. Of course, it will be sitting on the bench for a while everyone else catches up. When we get them. But it's okay because we're gonna get the shiny Eevee right here. And then I get to evolve it. Q? Huh? Why when your character speaks and looks up, do the stitches on the top of the head move downward? That's because look. When I was drawing it, moving things up was kind of annoying. That's why. Do you think someone's ever pulled up someone else's shiny hunt and streamed over it pretending it's their own? Maybe, but I don't know why they would do that. Fair argument. I'm like, look, I'm the one who had to draw all this, and let me tell you this, it's really annoying to have to draw the same thing twice, exactly the same. And you may say, oh, copy paste. Yes. But when you have to move things slightly and also they have to be different pieces because of course everything moves separately. It's just kind of annoying. So that's I'll fix it when I care. It's like, okay, I'll like, I have color changes in my mind, but I'm like, I don't care. Also, my wrist hurts, so like, eh. The pains of drawing. But the joys of drawing is that you get to do whatever the hell you want. Especially get a shiny Eevee. Rah! I'll be able to draw soon, surely. Surely. Parentheses clueless. The joys of drawing is I can draw whatever the fuck I want. The pain is that I'm too shit to draw it. True! Why can't it look good, like, in my brain? Riddle me this. Stop saying 34K. What if I name the shiny Eevee 34K so I can say that I got 34K? I swear to God. See, because once it starts repeating, it doesn't even repeat the same, like, couple. It doesn't even repeat, like, the same 10 or so things. It repeats the same, like, 5 things. Okay. Thank you. What if the number I said last time, like 2 million? I don't remember. 34K sticks in my brain because it keeps being brought up. 2 million is not going to happen. It is so statistically improbable that if it happened, I would need to be placed under a microscope and be studied. There is no realistic way in which that should happen. That would be like dream luck. We're like, yes, there is a universe in which that luck is attainable, but it's not realistic. And now nobody cares about that guy. Huge. I need to be studied for my fuck-ass brain. It's okay, you're already on the little slide. Don't worry, don't worry. You'll be let go soon. You'll get some snackies. Is the slide gay? Sure. Why not? Snackies? Yeah. Well, yeah, because you're participating in this study. It's like if you get your blood taken, they're gonna give you like a cookie and a juice box afterwards. But we're not drawing blood. You're taking a gander at you and getting compensated for your time. The slide is whatever you want it to be. Now hold still while I apply this anesthesia. No! Oh my goodness, I sure hope nothing bad happens to me close to surgery because I wrote down all my notes of what I'm supposed to do. I can't be taking ibuprofen. I don't ibuprofen. For like 2 days. I was gonna say, but what if I'm on my period? Which is, like, not unlikely. But then, hold on. No, wait, but hear me out. What if the testosterone's kind of doing its job, though? Exactly. I be not profen. Yeah. It's still playing the same song. Whatever, you have to walk now. I love how this has just become the Furret Walk song. Furret isn't in Gen 5. Someone on Reddit, which means nothing, honestly, said the highest number they got while shiny hunting was around 65K. Yeah, that's one of those, like, not to say once in a lifetime, but, like, you're going to see that so rarely. If you see it twice in a row, you need to be studied. See, I'm like, well, there's the one guy who went to like 75K for Reggie Steel. That's the biggest number I know of. But the people do be lying on Reddit. There was the person last week who claimed that they found the fire red leaf green shiny Dragonair Safawi, and that they caught it, which, like, technically, yes, but they did also use save states. So, no, they didn't. Like, yes, but at the same time, it is technically possible. Yeah, see, 65K, it's not a common number, but, like, it's not so outside of the realm of possibility where it's like, yeah, I don't believe that. Wow. See, like, when people post pictures of horde battles in Gen 6 of 2 or 3 shinies in a horde, that shit's super unlikely, but I believe it, because why the fuck would you fake that? Team Rocket jump scare? I like this song. Alright, that's why it's here. It is truly that triple. I was not complaining. Perhaps not, but I did see the word jump scare. I gotta keep you on your toes. There's a couple of jump scares. We're Five Nights at Freddying in here. There's gonna be a PNG of a fox jumping straight at you going, rah! I have a very off-topic question, but have you tried coconut Dr. Pepper? I don't think I've tried any flavored Dr. Pepper other than just Dr. Pepper. So no, I didn't know it was a thing. But I do like Dr. Pepper. Meltdown jump scare. Does it actually taste like coconut? Because I still don't know what my opinion on coconut is. I don't really like the texture of coconut, but the taste is fine. But also, I'm okay with the texture of it if it's on a Samoa. If it's on the Girl Scout cookie. It's a limited edition thing, so apparently go have FOMO or something. Okay, well, good thing I don't care that much. Coconuts are great, go my FOMO. See, but I feel like if I tried a limited edition food and I really liked it, I would just get sad because then it's like, oh, well, soon I'm not going to be able to have it because they're going to rip it away from me. That sucks. Also, I just don't generally drink soda. I drink Wawa. And I drink tea. Why would I be scared of missing out? I'm gay? What does being gay have to do with it? You need to save one, do experiments on to recreate it. But would over time would the decarbonation change how you would test it? Because over time it would become flat, which means that it would be tastier, but most people don't agree with me. Nothing could last forever, so why bother trying? No, 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 no. This is about FOMO foods. I could be like, well, if I'm gonna get a soda, why would I get that when I could get something that I know that I would like? Which I'm not gonna buy a freaking sody pop. This 97-year-old diner still serves Coca-Cola the old-fashioned way or whatever. Nothing lasts forever, given to despair except the end of the universe. No, I'm good. It's only in 12 packs? That seems dumb. If you want to introduce a new thing and you're like, ooh, new limited thing, you want to try it. It's like, okay, sure, I want to try it. I want one. I don't want 12. If my option is 12 or 0, I'm going to get 0. I'm not going to drink 12 sody pops. Saying sody pops like I'm from wherever the hell they call it pop. I ain't. Here's a sip, $20. Okay, but sodas are expensive. Also, more importantly, fuck Coca-Cola as a company and fuck PepsiCo. Why would I want to give them my money? Ew. I'm glad 7TV shows up on the chat on screen because I think Bug was crazy. No. Like if there's something odd being typed, it is likely an emote. It's okay. Bug is just bug. Bug is just bug, and bug is gay? Holy shit, really? Oh man. I didn't realize. I'm sorry, Bug. You know, it just wasn't obvious enough. I need people to turn directly into the camera like they're in the office, and they need to say, I am a gay, for me to understand that they're a gay. And even then, I'm not, you know, what could the writer have meant by this? Sorry, I'll make it more obvious. I'm a lesbian. Oh, no freaking way. I can't believe it. I'm not picking up what you mean, Buck. Oh, sorry. Clearly these girls are just very close friends, says historians. See, in that thing, I can understand not wanting to give them the label of of lesbian, of gay, of whatever the hell. Simply because the like certain terms being more modern, not wanting to apply them, but then it is a little ridiculous sometimes. Like, not wanting to apply modern standards to people who wouldn't know what that is. But at the same time, you can look at something and you can infer. And you think, interesting. Very, very, very interesting. I am into women. Alright. Back to 2012 with you. Except if people started bringing back, like, the quirk... You know what? Soy jacks are kind of new age rage faces. But they should bring back the quirk chungus language. Like, le. Yes, I know technically actual word. But it wasn't French people saying it. Yeah, women are nice? Why are you confused about that? Epic fail. Yeah, we should bring back that. I prefer te. Well, I feel like they are holding hands. They are besties. History would say, even. But it is also very millennial coded. Le and te are just in a lesbian relationship. Perchance. I don't know. I have it written down in this book, in this published textbook, that they were roommates. I don't know. The only soy jack that I formally recognize is the context guy with the context hat and the context shirt with the context sign. I like that one. Guess it's one of history's many great mysteries. Were the rage faces gay? In parentheses, yes. Oh yeah, sorry, roommates. That explains all the being gay. Exactly. Because you can be roommates and you can also be gay. What? I think I need to hang out with more furries. Nobody I hang out with uses any uwu or meat faces. It's sad. :3 faces, my beloved. What's the point if you're not gonna even include a silly little face? If you're not gonna even say XD? Or if you're exclaiming in pain, you do capital D X. Exactly. Is that a furry thing, though? No fun, no whimsy, no bitches, no nothing. No ooh-woo? Yeah, I can't. Voice isn't cooperating with me. Embrace XD. I don't know, I've never ooh-wooed in my fursuit. I felt like my brain melted a little trying to read fursuit. Not inherently, but I feel like it'd be easier to find those communities. Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, uwu, XD. XD has become my favorite one, though. It has so many uses. No, I was gonna say no offense to emojis. There are some good emojis. Skull emoji, S tier. Upside down smiley face, also S tier. There's a lot of bad ones. Capital DX. Perfect exclaim in pain. Skull emoji. Skull emoji is my favorite. and let it be known, if I send one to anyone, I am imagining in my mind the Vine Boom sound whenever I send it. Skull emoji, Vine Boom. They are holding hands. Not finding community is bullshit for some reason. Skull emoji. Boom. That one gif of a brain vein exploding. Don't do that. That's bad. Put it back. There are a good few months where people were using the wilted flower, but now I feel like nobody uses that anymore. What do people even use these days? I don't know. Now children just say, "Son, I'm Kreen," or whatever. I can't keep up with what y'all are doing. And at the end of the day, none of this brings me any closer to getting a shiny Eevee. What? Music. This is not spooky music to me. This is... See, this is chill music to me. I love this song. That's the one, huh? I hecking love Dragon Spiral Tower. What a cool area. Eevee agrees with me that in every single iteration of them bringing back Zekrom and Reshiram, they should have the slightly different themes that they have and not give them the same theme. True, agreed. I always feel like the creepiest music in the Pokemon series will forever be Endroom and Black 2 White 2. Does it not have the same track as in Black and White 1? I say that in terms of trying to remember, because I can hear the Black and White 1 in my head. Shocker, I know. I'm biased. But yes. See, it would make sense that they're different, since the castle is in heavy disrepair. But I imagine it would be similar. They were really cooking with Gen 5, and then they just decided to stop. What the heck? It's in black and white, too. It's heavily messed up. Okay, yeah, I would need a refresher when speaking of N. Speak of, if only it were that easy. You talk about N and and he appears behind you like, oh my god, don't I was gonna say, don't drink the gay potion at 3 a.m. You're gonna get a gay to spawn in your room. Drinking Among Us potion at 3 a.m. parentheses gone wrong. If only it were that easy. Ahem. My crush, the girl I'm crushing on right now. Bug, you're a lesbian? It was too easy. You can't make it easy for me, or I'm gonna be grasping at the low-hanging fruit. I'm a little creature on the ground, and I see a big juicy apple dangling from the tree, and it's on a low branch, and I jump and I get it. I'm tearing into that apple. That fucking emote is so good. Whoa, I didn't know that bug. That is crazy. Pokemon Black and White is the only reason why Ferris wheels aren't the worst thing ever. True. Where else are you gonna learn that ends the king of Team Plasma, huh? Only on a Ferris wheel. What was that scene, by the way? What were they cooking? They cooked, but why? And speaking of cooking, only 3 more encounters. Clam until we get shiny Eevee. True. Just kidding, it's until we hit 13k, because we all know that I'm not gonna get the shiny Eevee tonight because it's not scripted yet. This is all scripted. I know when I'm gonna get the shiny Eevee, and I'm just not sharing it with you. In fact, how do you know that I haven't already gotten it? And rizzing up everyone via Ferris wheel villain monologue, and it worked. I mean... Whoa! Everyone acts surprised. What? What? Look, it's a shiny Eevee. Whoa! It's normal! I think the writer's room should probably wrap this up soon. It's been 2 weeks. Look, I just get the script. I don't write it. Yeah, Eevee's normal type. Holy shit! I think you're onto something. I mean, yet another shift logged. No shiny. No bitches. No... I don't know what else is missing. End's not real. Ferris wheels aren't real. Team Plasma's not real. What next? Dog arrived. No. This isn't the arriving part. This is this is the I've been talking for 3 hours, so my throat hurts time. He's so smiley, though. I know. Look, that's what Daisy does. She either looks super guilty, or she'll like look normal, and then she'll see something she likes, and she'll go, ah, and she looks so happy. Unfortunately, she does have resting guilty face, though, so it's like, what did you do? No, she just looks like that. Ah, why do I have a pencil? Anyway, I should probably stop the recording. Hee. Ad break starting soon. No, the fuck it's not. Crab rave. Woo. Wah wah. Wah wah. Wah wah. Wah wah. Wah wah.